Hey, all my funky junk friends, how we doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to switch myself here real quick. So how is everybody doing today? If you're just hopping on, make sure you say hello and let me know you're here. If you're seeing this, you're probably watching the replay. Make sure you hashtag replay so I know that you're here. We are streaming into Take 5. Also, we are on YouTube and on my page. So make sure you stop and say hello. We got some fun stuff happening here. Let me make sure I'm where I think I am. I think I'm where I'm supposed to be, but we will double check here right quick. Let me make sure I'm in Take 5. You guys, hello. If you are watching from Take 5, we have had some technical difficulties today, but I think we've got them all straightened out. Hello, Kaylee. Hello, Debbie. Thank you for sprinkling me far and wide. So, here's, I'm going to swap my layout here, and here's what we're going to work on. This is a cutout that I have coming. I don't have all the pieces cut yet. I thought I did, and I thought I was closer than I was, but I have one more sheet to cut out, but we're going to get started on it because we can always finish it at a later date. But this is a really cute cutting board with the, it looks like the chicken wire on there, but it's going to come with all these inserts. We're going to have a lemon insert, okay, and it will be like 3D, we'll have the extra pieces here. We're going to have a chicken insert right here with some eggs, and each one comes with a tag. They're also, this is not finished because this has the 3D part. I meant to get it cutting today, but I didn't get it done. But I wanted to go ahead and get started on this because it's going to take a minute to do all these. We're going to have tulips that go inside there. We are going to have some fresh carrots that go inside there. And they're not really fresh, you guys. And we'll also have some rosemary sprigs that'll go in there. So it'll actually have, let me look just to make sure I tell you correctly, 6 different inserts. This will all come together as a kit on my Facebook or on my website. It is not on there yet, but it will be on there later tonight once I finish getting the rest of it cut out. I just couldn't wait to share, you guys. Something else real quick I thought I would talk to you guys about is I also have the spindle snowman coming up. Okay, see the spindle snowman? Right here, we've got him coming up. I also have a couple tiered tray kits coming up. And I also have another snowman. I'm trying to think of everything else. Oh, and I have a really cute, hey, did you really? That is too funny. That is too funny, Melissa. I also have a door hanger. That one side will be Valentine's and the other side will be St. Patty's Day. And it is like 3D, with the wood cutouts and stuff like that. So we have all this fun stuff coming up. So let's get started here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this painted right here. And I'm going to kind of go with, what I think this will be good is to put it like on a little stand. You know what I'm saying? Like a stand here. Like a stand to have it set, in the corner of your kitchen or on wherever you think it looks cute. So my kitchen has the 80s oak cabinets. So we are going to go with a white and then we're going to dirty it up a little bit. So I want it to kind of look farmhousey, not real bright white and stuff like that. That is my idea. I also thought about where you put the glue on there. Crackle. Thought about crackling it, but I think I'm not. I think I'm going to just paint it white and go from there. Now, as you guys know, I bought me some more white paint. I still haven't put it in my FIFO bottles, so we're going to have to use what we have. And I apologize that I have to keep turning around to grab things because I was sitting here saying to myself, that's gloss. I do not want gloss. Where's my non-gloss white paint? All 3 of those are gloss. I don't really want gloss. All those are gloss. Here's this one. Where did my other white paint go? Hold on a second, you guys. Hey, how about if we do it this linen color? That linen color will be very pretty. So anyway, where did I put my white? Nope, that's Mod Podge. Anyway, what I was saying was, let's do this linen. I love this linen color. It's a little bit of a gray taupey color, something like that, you know. Really kind of cute. So anyway, I was sitting here and I was like, okay, I've got everything all set out. I got my live set up, blah, 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 blah. I didn't get any paint out. I shared that right after I jumped on. I was like, holy crud, I don't have any of my paint out, but that's okay. It's just right here behind me. So yeah, the Spindle Snowman. We got all kinds of fun stuff coming up here, just getting it all done. I do have another, if you are close to me, I do have another live event going on, in-person event going on the end of the month. We're going to do that door hanger. So if you're close to me, let me know and I can get you the information if you would like to go. It was really fun last month to have a follower come and decided that this was something that I wanted to keep doing. So we're going to keep doing it. We do it at the local it's called the Radish Market. What it is the all the people, not all the people, but some of the people that do the farmers market in town have an indoor shop that's open year round. She serves lunch in there and all that kind of fun stuff. It's a really neat, fun place to go to. She has, you know, the local farmers that have the meat in there and the produce. And then, you know, there's obviously there's artisans and stuff in there. But we do it in there on a Saturday. And I love this color, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's so hard to see with the lighting in here when I'm live. When we have our lights that are shining at us, sometimes it's hard to see what we're doing. Look, my paintbrush is breaking. It's okay. I can still use it like this, right? That's not a big deal. Not a big deal. But sometimes it's hard to see if I got every little spot. But that's okay if we don't. I'm making a big deal about it, but we don't need to because we're going to rough it up and make it look a little, you know, what's the word? You guys, words are hard this morning. Hello, Mary. Sounds like something I would do. Type it out, but then not hit send. I do that to my husband all the time. At night, you know, we both work third shifts, so we'll text each other. And sometimes I'll text something back to him, but then I don't hit send. I don't hit send. And then he's like, hello. And it's like, oh, well, I answered you. And I just didn't hit send. Or I answer text messages in my head. You know, have you ever done that? You answer them in your head, but you don't answer them out loud. And then you're like, why aren't they answering me back? It's like, oh, well, I didn't answer them. That's why. Crazy. Now, you guys, I want to show you something here real quick. Now, see how the paint is in where that etched mark is? In this instance, it's really not that important because that is where we're going to put these pieces to raise this up so that we're able to tuck things under there. But I want to show you how easy and simple it is to clean that out so that you can, if it's words or something, okay, you just get a safety pen, a straight pen, or whatever. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in there. I'm not going to push because if you push and you go off, then you've made an indent in your wood. Just very, very lightly so it stays right in that groove right there. All I'm doing is pulling that paint right back out of there. See how much it just jumps right out? Now, sometimes when you have very intricate or script wording or something like that, it is a little bit harder to follow along those grooves. So it's best to use like a makeup wedge, you know, to paint so you don't get so much paint down in the etchings. But you also have to remember your paint is always going to dry lighter than it is when you're painting it on. See, I can see those real clear now. It's always going to dry clearer or lighter than it does when you're first putting it on. So remember that because it'll show up more if you get paint down in those groups. You guys, I'm trying to grab a paper plate right here because I don't want to take my paintbrush and go like this across here, okay, because I'll get little blobs of paint on the sides. For example, see up here on my little hole at the top? Let's see if I can get that to focus in. See, I got a little paint blob in there. Well, anyway, there's a little paint blob in there. That's because I went like this and got paint on there. So when you have a whole bunch of small spots like that, you really want to use your makeup wedges. And I was getting ready to say, where did they go? I know they're right here. It just makes it a little easier so that that doesn't happen. Okay, so I'm just going to take my makeup wedge, and I do like to use makeup wedges that are very dense so they don't flop around a whole lot. So thank you. Oh, I wish you were too, Brenda. I wish you were too. Hi, Miss Terry. How are you doing? Hello, Wendy. I saw it. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to put this on here. Just like this. I'm going to dab some of that off, kind of like your stenciling. You don't want it all blobby or anything like that. I'm going to kind of lay it on here just to keep from getting too much paint on my, I don't care if I get it on my thing. Actually, let's do this real quick, you guys. And just to save myself from having to clean this so much, let's just put a paper towel down. I don't know why I didn't get out my little pads, you know, because those are so nice to be able to put down and then just toss. You know, the silicone mat, it just wipes right off. It, you know, you just got to take it down and wash it in the sink or wipe it off with, you know, some sort of cleaner or something when you're sitting here. But I don't do it. I'm just going to be honest. I don't do it. And then it sits here and gets yucky and yuckier and yuckier. So if we can keep from doing that. Like I said, this is hard to see through there. Now I'm going to go ahead and do one of these across here just because, like I've talked about before with the kits, if you don't get something lined up quite right, you really don't want the bare wood to be showing. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this, and that way it is the same color, and I don't have to worry if I don't get it lined up quite right. Okay, so let's set this stuff over here and let that get dry right there. And let's start with the fresh lemons, I should say. I should say the fresh lemons. Okay, and we're going to go back and, of course, make everything grungy looking and stuff like that. Okay, so we have our beautiful lemons here. Now I have some green up here. Now when I put these on, okay, I can pick where I want. I can really honestly semi-pick where I put the actual lemon on here. Maybe not. Let me see. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? That's a smaller one that goes. Something weird. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I could kind of put these on here however I want to put them on. See what I mean? Let me see what the why am I having an issue here? You guys, obviously I didn't do this beforehand. Oh, I see. I was doing it completely wrong. So we can put this one here and this one right here. There we go. There we go. And that'll slide right down into our thing, and we could tie our tag. Gee, Merry Christmas, you guys. Jeez. So let's grab some like limey greeny color and some yellow. Okay. So hold just a second. I'm thinking kind of a greenish, maybe, I don't know. Should we go with like a light green so it's kind of springy? And let's get some yellow here. And I think maybe this yellow, I think that'll be pretty. Okay. So I am going to start with this yellow is super duper thin. I'm going to start with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the end of my makeup wedge off and just use it. All right. So here we go. Now you can wipe like a paintbrush with your makeup wedges too when you have a big area to do like this. See how I'm just wiping? But, when I get close to my edges, I really want to pounce. I don't want to, go back across the edges there. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's a pretty yellow. That's a lemony yellow, I think. I think that turned out. It is called Yellow Flame. Hello, Miss Renee. How are you doing? Because I got a couple of my stencil friends on here. And later this month, we are going to have another Stencil Soul Sister event. So stay tuned for that. So, all that fun stuff going on everywhere. But we're just going to do this. But the makeup wedge, like I said, it keeps you from getting little globs on the side. Okay, now I can go up over the leaves here, and because I'm going to paint them green, and green's a little bit darker than the yellow, so I'm just going to go over it, the whole thing, so that, it doesn't change colors because the yellow is under the green. I'm going to go over the whole thing, and then we'll just top the green part right there when we get to that part. So here we go. All right, now we got to start thinking about how we're going to do our tags. And I was kind of thinking about just doing them as, let's try this a little bit, doing them kind of a wood color, like a, or I could do them the color of maybe I should do them the color of the backdrop, the back thing, the cutting board. Words are hard this morning, you guys. They're being hard for me. Again, I'm going to cut a piece of that off. You can throw them away. They're fairly inexpensive, but I hate to waste things. So this green that I'm using is called Lime Sorbet, and I think that it'll be a good, bright, springy green to put on here as the leaves. The leaves on lemons are probably a lot darker than what I'm doing here, but it's a cold, dreary day here in Indiana. It's kind of sleeting, raining, that kind of thing. So this is going to make me smile today, being all bright and cheery and fun. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. This color here. Now this, because it's a tag and it's going to be hanging, I really want to do both sides. I will do both sides of my cutting board too, but I want to show you, see how my etching is here? When I go over it with my makeup wedge, it still sticks out pretty darn good. Not perfectly, but these letters are straight enough that I can take my little pen or weeding tool right here and clean those edges out. Now you do want to do it when it's wet, so make sure you do it when it's wet to get that paint out of there. But see how much brighter that shows up. But I didn't get as much in there as I did when I did it with the paintbrush. But I could just leave it alone because like I was saying a minute ago, your paint's going to dry lighter than it is when you first put it on. So it'll show up more than what it looks like when you first get it wet. And I'm just going to kind of go over the edges there that I got quite a bit in. I'm going to try to do every single little spot, but I think it just does make it look a little more finished when you do this right here. So, okay, you guys, today is take 5, Friday Friends. We our Take 5 group. If you don't belong to our Take 5 group, please go join our free group. It is fun. We have a set of presenters in there that we go live on Wednesdays and Fridays. Not everybody goes live both days, but most of us do. Unless something in life is going on, because we all have lives too. So make sure you go join that group to be able to watch all the fun and fascinating creators. And we have a lot of fun and exciting things coming up. Some different things that, this is a new year. So we're going to be doing some fun little showcasing type things and stuff like that in the group. So make sure you pay attention to that. So see how bright? And you can really see that. I'm going to go ahead, and while I have this, I'm going to go ahead and do my back right here. And actually, I could do all the tags right now while we're doing this one, but I don't want to bore you with just doing tags right now. But see that right there? Okay, but I am going to go ahead and do the egg one because that's the one we're going to finish today. And like I said, this has 6 different inserts that are going to go in it. And the kit will be available on my website later today. Even if I don't get the other pieces painted today, I'll put them on there so that you can see them. And we'll get them painted at a later time. But I think I'll be able to get them all painted this afternoon. We'll just have to see what's happening. You know, when you have teenagers in the house, sometimes your plans get changed when they get home. So my oldest granddaughter, who drives, is at Cane's right now. So we had here in Kokomo, Raising Cane's open up yesterday. And my youngest granddaughter and I went to go there yesterday. And the line was so long, it was crazy. And it was getting late in the evening. So we decided to hit Sonic instead. But my oldest granddaughter, she said, well, I get out of school early, because she does the career center. And on Fridays, they don't do anything. So she said, I'm going to go to Cane's and wait in the line. And then I'll bring some home for, Lillian, so that she can get some Cane's. Now, I don't know how good it'll be when it's dry or when it's cold, but I'm sure it'll be fine. She'll love that her sister did that for her. 'Cause I don't know for a fact, but I don't think her sister told her that she was going to do that. So that's cool. But I personally have never had Cane's, but my granddaughters have, and they act like it's the best thing in the world. Minnie, do you guys have Cane's where you're from? It's called Raising Cane's, and all they do is chicken fingers. And I was like, oh, good, another chicken. We got within basically a block of each other. We have a KFC, the Cane's. We have what's the other? Popeyes. And then across the street, we're supposed to be getting a Chick-fil-A. So it's going to be like Chicken Corner or something here in Kokomo. But we kind of laugh. People make fun. A lot of times we have so many pizza places. And now it's like we have so many chicken places, Okay, so I went through that. Did I do the back of that? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's sit those over there. Okay, I'm going to sit these. I'll distress everything all at one time. Okay, so let's jump over to our eggs and our chicken here. Now, my eggs, I definitely want to do white. So hold on a second. I'm going to figure out what I did with the silly white paint. It's probably sitting right here in front of me is probably the problem. But I don't see it because I really don't. You know what we'll do? Let's just reach over here and grab this mostly empty FIFO bottle and see if I can get the lid off, because I don't need a whole lot. Yeah, because I'm sure there's some little bit of paint. I got to clean these out before I do it. There's a Tish there. Let's see if we can get it out. I'm going to turn this like that for just a second. Now, don't panic. I'll get it flipped over before it all runs down there. You never heard of Raising Cane's? See, I hadn't either. And they're just like, oh, I can't wait. That's dried up paint. That is not going to work. This has got to be cleaned out. Shame on me for not making sure those got cleaned out. Here's the other bottle. Let's see if I can get this piece off. But I'll clean them out. If not, I have some extras. Or I can order some more. You guys, don't know. Man, that makes me mad. I really don't want to have, it's right here. I told you guys that it was probably sitting right in front of me. I just wanted to use matte. I didn't want to use gloss. I told you it was probably right there in front of me. Jiminy Christmas, right? So, yeah, it's just chicken fingers. I don't know. Supposedly, they have a really good sauce, their own sauce. So, we shall see. I'm a Chick-fil-A fan. Whenever we go down to Indy, I like to try to hit the Chick-fil-A. Not every time, but, you know, I love Chick-fil-A. But the line is always so long at Chick-fil-A. But I have to say, they do get people through the line very, very quickly. You know, they've mastered that. And, I like Chick-fil-A. So that's one of my favorite places to go. Okay, you guys. So I got the eggs and we got that. Now, I think what I want to do on the chicken is I kind of want it to be, I don't think I want to use my Valspar antiquing glaze that I use on everything. Y'all know I use this on just about everything. I think I want to use more of a, let me make sure we're still going here. I think I want to use more of a, this has kind of got a grayish, brownish, I don't even know how to explain it. I kind of want to use more of a, brown type of stain. Now, I could have gone over there and grabbed my, what's it called, you guys? My stain over there, but I think I'm just going to grab this antiquing wax right here. We're just going to use it. Okay. Now, we like to use these with a wipe. Let me grab the wipes right here. Now, I was a tight butt, and I bought these wipes, and I don't remember where I bought them, okay? But they won't stay coming up out of the top. And this top is super stiff, so I've got to actually go in and get it. I'm going to try it one more time. It's not real flexible here. See that? You know, like the name brand ones are. And it's real hard to stick through there. I don't know. I was just kind of disappointed in this thing of wipes right here. And I thought to myself, quit being a tightwad. It probably saved me $0.25. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to use the antiquing wax. We're going to go with that right there. I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm just going to put it on here. Just quite a bit instead of just a little. Now look, I have a funky little hole in my board there. I should have paid attention to that when I stained it or when I cut it. But I think it's going to be okay. And if it bothers me, we'll get down in that hole. There we go. But if it's going to bother me when we get all this put together, I can always flip my chicken over. Not a big deal. So if my chicken's facing a different way than, you know, how I thought it should face, it's not going to matter. But I think being wood colored like this, it's really going to stand out on that linen there. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this side for that reason, in case I want to flip it around. But I also, a lot of times I do like to do both sides of my projects, just for the simple fact of, you know, somebody could see it from the back. Now this project, since it's going down inside of that chicken wire, you're not going to be able to see it. So it will be, you know, it won't matter as much as it would if it was sitting somewhere. Okay. So there we have that. Now, along with that, I'm going to antique with this antiquing wax. Okay, so I'm going to sit this guy over here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab our board here because it seems to be pretty darn dry. All right, now when you paint something, it gets kind of rough on top. It is a good idea to run a piece of sandpaper over the top of it, but I don't have a new piece over there, so we're just going to go for it. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of put this on here just to darken it up just a little bit. And I didn't even put any more wax on my rag here. Now it's looking kind of scary right now, but we're going to fix it. Now I want to make sure that I get my edges so that my edges look really super dark. You know what I mean? How we always try to frame our stuff in. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to go up and down because I don't want it to necessarily have the lines going straight across. You know, I'm just going to kind of go all different directions here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my wipe here, and in the clear spot, I'm going to kind of go over it again, and I'm going to lighten it up in the center just a little bit, not a ton. But since this stuff is water-based, see how I can make some of that come back off. So if I get too much on, you can always go back and take some off. So we're just going to kind of look at that. Now, see, I like that because it looks really super grungy, okay? It looks like it's been sitting on the counter and has dust all over it. I'm just kidding. No, it looks like it's, you know, you've had it. It was your grandma's or something like that. But see how I'm just kind of going over this, and it's hitting the edges kind of hard so it matches right there. And remember, we painted one of these. So I'm just going to kind of go across it too, like that. And this other one we really didn't need to paint. Let's grab our tags right here. And notice I am not getting any more of the antiquing wax. I'm just using what is on my rag here. Okay. See that? So we're using this to distress our stuff, as well as, you know, change the color a little bit even. Okay, now I definitely want to go across my lemons, across my eggs, and all that, but I'm going to go real light, but I'm going to try to really hit the edges. See, kind of like we would use if we're using the distressing ink, and just a little bit up in the center just to tone down that yellow a little bit, right like that. I'm going to do it on all my pieces here. So anyway, I was talking about Take 5, and, you know, we've got some fun and exciting things coming up. But another thing we have that's associated with Take 5 is our 5-star VIP group. Now, I want to tell you guys about the 5-star VIP group because we're getting ready to close that group. That group's going to be closing, and we're not going to be accepting any new people here in the next couple weeks. February 1st is going to be the shutdown on the Take 5 VIP group, or the 5-star VIP group, excuse me. But what the 5-star VIP group is, there are 4 of us. There's me, Miss Mary from the Painted Peach, Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette, and of course Melanie from Painting Crafty. We each take a week a month, and it's our week in the 5-star VIP group. And what we do is we send out you know, supply lists. We go live in there. Sometimes we go live more than once during our week. So what's unique about our subscription group is the fact that there's 4 of us, not just one of us. And so you get a wide variety of different crafts and stuff like that. Another thing that we do is one person is usually spotlighted 1 week a month. We alternate people. So what we're going to be doing is that person that is spotlighted is going to offer a possible kit that you could purchase, or a more extensive type of craft for you to craft along. We also do craft and chats where we're all on Zoom or StreamYard, whichever we prefer. And we do that, and you can come on with us, or sometimes we just do it with the 4 of us, where we're just chit-chatting, finishing up any projects that we don't have finished. So it's a lot of fun, and it's only $20 a month, you guys. So it's a very inexpensive group, and you get a lot of content and a wide variety of content. So I would love it if you would join our little fun subscription group. Okay, let's start gluing. Now, I like to use Stick Fast. I like to use the thick or the medium, not the thin. The thin will run like water. The thick, it gives you an opportunity to get your stuff in place and lined up on here and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so these are off just a tish. That is kind of weird. Probably because this top one I got a little bit wet. But I'm just going to just put a little dab, you know, and just kind of like dot, 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 dash, dash, dash across here. Because I don't want to put so much that it seeps through the sides. But if I do get it where it seeps through the sides, it's okay. They have this stuff called debonder that you can buy to get your glue blobs off. What's cool about the debonder stuff is it doesn't mess up your paint. So it wouldn't change the color of your paint or anything if you needed to use it. And this is what the debonder looks like. Hey, Susan, how are you? So that's kind of a neat product also. So, all righty, look at that. Okay, so here we go. Same thing. I'm going to dot, dot, dot. Now, I was watching, I belong to a couple groups where they have, you know, laser people and they're talking and stuff like that. And a lot of people use the art glitter glue, which is this. Now, I use this like when I do junk journals and things like that, but they've been using that. And I was thinking about trying to use that on a project. Now, I know it probably will take a little bit longer to dry than this stuff, because this is kind of like super glue. And once you have a few minutes to move it around, but once you push it down real hard, it's pretty much there. That's where it's at, and that's where, you know, it's going to stay. Okay? But I do want to try that. But see how that leaves a little slot in there to stick our stuff in. So let's get some glue on here. Now, I probably should have went ahead and put this on before I put it on here. You know, did all three of the pieces together. I don't know that it really matters, but probably should have, but I didn't. Okay, but I think this little interchangeable cutting board is going to be really cute to just have to change up sometimes. You know, you got your lemons, you got your eggs, things like that, you know, and it would even be cute to change it up with, you know, something for Christmas. But, you know, you could take your chicken, you know, when you put your chicken in there, isn't it cute? You could put a little red bow on there and make it Christmassy. You know, so the rosemary would be cute all year round. The lemons for, you know, summertime or whatever. It's up to you how you want to make your project. Now, I've got the extra one here that sits on top like this to, you know, just to add a little dimension to this guy. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that on there. Now, I did paint the other piece just in case I don't get it on straight or some of it shows through, which I think by design on this file, they don't cover completely because of the design of it, the way that it sets. I'm just going to kind of hold that for a second, let that dry. I know, I love the interchangeable decor too. I think it's just cool. And what's cool about this too with the interchangeable, like when I'm not using, you know, let's say I'm not using these right here, okay, I can get me I would put a piece of cardboard so I don't break like his feet, you know, but I could stick this all down into a baggie and, you know, store it in the kitchen cabinet even, you know. Okay, so see, we can slide this right down in here. Let me spin this around. Why won't that go in there too? It's too thick. So anyway, you've got your little eggs in there. I want to look at something real quick. That didn't go together the way I thought it was going to go together. Oh, I did it wrong, you guys. I did it wrong. I was looking at the picture of the file. I should not have put that egg on top of there, but there's no coming off. It's kind of like an extra egg. So if you do this, don't do what I did. So I will recut these, and when I take the picture, I can't get that off because it's already sealed on there. But I would have, it's only should be too thick. All right. So like I can stack these because they don't have something in the back. Do you see what I mean? You only want it too thick to go down in there. All right. So what I had here was the eggs and then an extra egg to stick in with the chicken. So don't do what I did. Always making little mistakes, but that's okay. I'm going to just stick it like this so you kind of get the idea. All right. And then we're going to put our little tag on here. Now, I could hang my tag up here, but I think I want to hang it kind of down here with this. I'm just going to grab me a little piece of jute right here. Oh, how about I cut it in half so that, oh, there's a little knot there. So what did I do with scissors? There they are. So, but anyway, we can take our little chicken here and we can kind of tie the tag, see what I mean, around his neck. All right. I think that's what we want to do. I'm not positive yet. We're going to see what it looks like. We are going to see what it looks like. Now, I just noticed something. The back of my tag, I forgot to go over it with my distressing or my antique wax. Yep. So I want to go over it because I want to make sure that it's, you know, if you see it from the back or whatever. Okay. So our chicken will be in here. We'll fix our eggs. That's my fault. I wasn't even thinking. Put them in there, and then we can have our little tag hang, or we could even have the tag hang from the top. It's however you want to do it. You do you on stuff like this. So I would probably use the thinner jute than this thick jute, and my jute is way over there because I use it to put prices on my stuff, and it's in my little package that I do that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to just kind of pretend that I put the tag on, and I'm going to use a little bit thinner stuff on there. But anyway, you guys get the idea. Okay, so we'll have the Farm Fresh. So what a cute little thing to have sitting, you know, as everyday decor in your kitchen. Don't glue those together like I did. That is really tight, which I like the fact that it's tight because it will make the, it'll stay in there. You know, you can hook it to where it stays up real good. Okay, so now we have this guy and this bigger guy here. So I'm actually kind of thinking that, you know, we kind of put this on, you know, like maybe that one. I'm just kind of thinking this through a little bit right here on how we want this to look when we stick it down in there, because it's going to need to go down in. It's going to need to go down in like that. All right. Actually, you know what? We don't have to glue those on there. These could just be, you know, extra lemons to stick down in there. You know, it doesn't have to be stuck on there like that. Let me try. Let me spin this like this. How about if we did that and we glue this one on here like this, and then this guy could just be down in the bottom. You see what I mean? He could just be kind of like down in here. So see, you can do it however you want to do it. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of like that. See? See? And it looks like it's just full of lemons right there. So I'm going to glue this one on. I'm going to just leave that in there like that. So, and we're going to glue that on there just to add a little dimension, and the same thing. Then here we will hang our fresh lemons. I mean, we could even do something like that, you know, just kind of shove it in there a little bit. But I think we'll hang it up here like that. I know I like the extra lemons. I like them not glued on. I kind of like them kind of stuck in there like that. So, but But you do you guys. You guys do however you think. Now see what I could do the same thing here, because that is, you know, where the paint matches there. I want to use the thinner stuff, but I can hang it from that lemon. So then, you know, let's pretend I hang it on there. I'm not going to do it because I want to use the thinner stuff. But see, when I hang it there, then that'll cover up that paint line. So isn't that cute? So cute, you guys. I absolutely love this. Love this little interchangeable thing here. Now, remember, we have the lemons. Okay. And we're also going to have some carrots for Easter. Okay. I need to cut the other carrot out. I thought I had most of it done, and I don't. So I have one more sheet to cut is the problem. So we're going to have carrots right here. Okay. And then we have tulips right here. So we're going to have tulips that are going to go in there. Okay. We also have, here's the tag. We've got some rosemary spruce that are going to go in there. And then the other one that was with this, it is just like some wooden spoons. It's like 3 wooden spoons. And like I said, I will get those all finished up and posted together. I'm going to try to get it done tonight and posted, but it will be on my website, and you'll get to see how cute and awesome these are. While we've got 15 minutes, let's go ahead and paint these. I mean, why the heck not, right? So I think I want to do my, I'm liking this green for the greenery on my stuff. Now the rosemary, I'll probably do like a darker green and maybe accent it with a little bit of white just because it's rosemary. See that? I'm kind of liking that. But I think, I don't know, let's just go for it on the tulips too. And if we don't care for it, we can always paint over it. But we're going to try it. Now, what color do you think we should do our tulips? Should we do our tulips like a ballet slipper pink? Or should we do them red? Or even yellow? What do you guys think? What do you think on the color of the tulips that are going to go on here? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I was kind of gearing towards a pink color, but I don't know. So we need to do some color with that. Now let's get these painted here. Also, we need to do some orange for the carrots. We'll wait on those. Let's get some orange out here for the carrots. I'm thinking orange as in, oh, I don't know. I want orange. I want like real orange, you know, not like a light orange. Now see, that's persimmon. Can't even say it. This looks kind of like a carrot orange. It says bright orange right there. But what are you guys thinking on the tulip? So pink and yellow. Ooh, 2 colors. Look at you. I wasn't even thinking about 2 colors. Okay, yeah, this will be a good yellow. Or I mean, good orange right here. Again, I'm going to cut the end of this off. If I knew what I did with my scissors, again, there they are. Right there. And what's nice about cutting these off too, and I just lay them on my plate. As you've seen, I picked it up. I got a little crazy there. I picked it up and used it again, you know, so we're not limited to just the one time that we use it and stuff. So I'm just going to kind of go right along here, kind of blend those 2 colors together right there. And of course, we'll distress it like we did the others. But this is going to be so cool. So cool. I love this little kid. Uh-oh. I can hear that my granddaughter's home. So there we go. Pretty orange. That's a carrot orange. That's a good orange. So what did we say? We said pink and yellow. So let's go ahead, since I have yellow right here, and we'll cover one in yellow. Just like that. I can hear the girls all down there chit-chatting with my husband. Wonder what they're talking loud. I wonder what they're saying. I'm sure my oldest granddaughter's talking about the line at Cane's. And my youngest granddaughter's probably saying, oh, thanks for bringing that home, but I wanted to go. Right? I wanted to go there. I didn't want to, let's use this pink polish. You know how kids are. So let me cut that again. Why do I keep losing my scissors? I keep losing my scissors, but then I look over and they're exactly where I put them. Imagine that. I know, Christy. This is so cool. You guys, Christy was on earlier today. She had a few little technical difficulties, which is no big deal. That happens sometimes. But if you can see part of her live in the Take 5 group or on her page. And then she finished her live over on YouTube, which is kind of something cool we do with Take 5 also, is the last Fridays of the month is our let me do the backs first, is our YouTube day. So we go live over on YouTube, and it's kind of like a little bit of a YouTube hop, just to be on another social platform. So watch for that. We always let everybody know that we're going to be over there. But that way we all have nice little YouTube channels that we share a lot of content in. So if you're a fan of YouTube, I encourage you to go over and check us all out. But especially today, go check out Miss Christy to see her. She was doing a folio. She does folios on Friday. I have to finish. I watched just a little teeny tiny bit of hers. If you don't follow me, you don't know, I work third shift. So I was asleep earlier. And a lot of times I have to go back and watch people's lives because I'm sleeping when they're doing them. But I'll go back. And you guys, you know what? I have the weekend off. Isn't that crazy? I haven't had like a full weekend off since, Christmas time. But I'm not going to count Christmas. But as far as like just a regular week, I was supposed to work tomorrow and they canceled me out. So, and I canceled my Sunday, which I would have been canceled out anyway. But I got the whole weekend. So my thoughts are getting caught up on some things. Last Friday we did all that organizing. All of us did some organizing and some of us showed our craft space and stuff like that. So we did all kinds of organizing, and I've got all these ideas in my head. So I'm really excited to, start working on some of that stuff, getting my stuff back to where it was, before I made a mess, because it's just like all crafters. I have to say most crafters, always have a little bit of a mess. They have a little corner that they might have too much stuff in that they probably shouldn't have, things that, I'll use that someday, and that someday never comes, I did pull out, I had a whole big, huge tote full of like stuff to repurpose, to redo something on. Penelope, stop, honey. The puppy's trying to get out because she hears the girls. To repurpose and do things like that. But I just really don't do that a whole lot on my page. And it's just taking up space. So I got it out. And what I thought I would do is I would check with, like my friend Mary from the Painted Peach. She does a lot of repurposing of things. So I thought about looking through there and possibly, seeing if she wants any of it. And if not, I'm just taking it. I'm going to take it and donate it back to Goodwill and stuff. So, yeah. The whole thing is on YouTube. I now have received an apology from Christy. I hate it when things like that happen. It just, it's like, especially when it's, some like Christy, what would she do wrong? You know what I mean? Especially something like they said it was like profanity or something. I don't know. And, here she is live and it comes up and it knocks her off. And here they're apologizing to her because it wasn't their fault. Well, you don't know. why stuff like that happens. And it's always so scary because, we always are seeing some of our crafting friends losing their pages to the scammers and stuff, and putting, taking over the page and putting weird stuff. So, I highly suggest that if you ever come across someone's page and there's some questionable things on it, and the person because you usually follow them or watch them, send them a message, send them a quick little message and say, hey, something weird is happening on your page. If you know their email, because maybe you're on their email list and they send you an email, send it to them through email, because they might not be able to see a message like a Facebook message. But if you follow them on YouTube or some other platform where you could get a hold of them, that's why we like to try to do other platforms. For this example right here, Christy was able to go finish her live over on YouTube, and just keeping on, so see how when that started drying, I can still really see that. I'm not going to take the time to do what I did there because it's just kind of a waste of time. But anyway, you guys have got about 5 minutes. So on these, we could go ahead and distress these up, like I said. And I'll show you the kit again real quick, and I'll show you the snowman. I was looking for my wipe because there's no reason to get another one out. Now, when I did this, because I went down with the green and then the orange over like I was talking about earlier, I should have went all the way green or all the way orange up there so there's not a line. Now, I'm thinking that's where I'm going to hang my tag so you're not going to be able to see it. Plus, when we distress it, you're not going to be able to see it a whole lot. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here just because we used most of it up. And let's do the tags first because it's on there a little bit darker. Now see, I'm just kind of going around the edges here like this, and then just kind of swooping the whole thing. Make sure you do both sides in case some of it shows. Penelope, I don't know why they didn't come up and get you. Normally, my youngest granddaughter, as soon as she gets home from school, maybe she's not home yet. Maybe that's just my oldest one. She usually comes straight up to get Penelope. Her and Penelope or nope, she's not home yet. I just heard the bus. So she'll be up here in a minute to get her. But she usually heads straight up and grabs her. I bring the dog up here with me when I go live because she's 2 and she's a very good dog. We don't normally have problems with her on things, but I don't want to leave her hanging out downstairs all by herself because she does get a little anxious sometimes. And if, I come up here to do something real quick and she's down there by herself, she doesn't tear anything up. But what she does do is she'll go over and grab like one of my Crocs or one of my shoes or something. And like I said, she doesn't tear it up or anything, but you'll have 2 or 3 shoes sitting in the living room. Yes, we do, Christy. That's absolutely right. They released my vids 20 minutes. I had it all recorded in the whole. That's great. I'm glad that you had it recorded and stuff. Yeah, I had seen that it was showing up, so that's why I said what I said. But yeah, over in the Take 5, we do all kinds of fun things. We don't all stick to the same thing. Now, we like we said last week, we had the fun organizing thing, and we are planning on doing some more a little bit themed type of events, but nothing, crazy, and not every time, because in our Take 5 group, we highly encourage all of our presenters to showcase their things, because it's about them and getting their business going and stuff. So we want them to do things that they have and do their take, because there's some people like Christy does paper crafting, and there are some people that don't do any type of paper crafting. I do a lot of stenciling, and so does Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa. She does a lot of stenciling and stuff, but like Christy doesn't do a lot of stenciling, so we try to keep it where everybody can do their own fun thing. Okay, so once I get this finished, like I said, there'll be another carrot in there, And of course, it'll say fresh carrots. I think this just turned out absolutely adorable. I got to fix the lemons because I messed them up. But the tulips, we're going to have the rosemary. We're going to have the chicken, and I messed up the eggs. I shouldn't have glued them together, but that's okay. We'll get that fixed. And then, of course, the lemons that we can put down in here. Drop that lemon in there, and then stick this guy here. We've got all these fun lemons in there, and it'll just sit. It'll be a nice little sitter, in your kitchen or wherever you want to set it. So you guys, make sure you're joining Take 5 and check that out. And my time is almost up. Let's see. If you're interested in our subscription group, please let me know. If you're a business owner and interested in being a presenter or joining our 411 group, please let me know that too. And I can direct you to everybody. And make sure you follow everybody and get, because like I said, we're a fun group that has a lot of fun and exciting people in it. So, yes, thank God she had it recorded because I got to jump off here. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.